Hello guys, this is Satvik and in this video we'll be discussing about cryptography. So without getting any delay, let's start. So guys, most of you guys are asking me about cryptography. So in this video, I want to cover a little bit of basics over that. Okay, so and also guys, if you are new to my channel, do check out my previous videos as well. And if you really find them helpful, do subscribe so that you can get notifications or you can see my new content over there. Okay, so let's start guys. So let me open a new notepad over here, a notepad or things like that, and do let me know if you want me to continue this series. So cryptography had been there in the world, or in the has been in the usage since during the World War times. Like when a country wants to send a message to their soldiers or to their camp, they used to send it in an encrypted format. So let's think it's like let's think the name is Satvik. So this is the plain text. Okay, so this is the message they want to send, and it used to be something like so it used to be something like this. And don't confuse or don't look into what's happening here. Okay, so we'll discuss about all these things in the upcoming days. Okay, so they used to send message like this. Okay, so the advantage of sending message like this is, even though when some or the enemy members find out the message, they can find out the decrypted text or the plain text. So this is called guys ciphertext, and this is called as plain text. So in cryptography, always the plain text is converted to encrypted text, which is also named as plain text, ciphertext. Okay, so there are n number of ways in order to encrypt the data. So yes, nowadays it's more popular. So previous then they used to send this kind of technology to send the message to their soldiers. But now, since we are living in the computer world, everyone are communicating with one another. Like a computer communicates with one computer, a computer communicates with a mobile phone, a computer communicates with a server. So there has to be a data exchange between all these things. And also, even in the computer age, back then there used to be data that is used to be flown in the format of plain text. So if you take some services like HTTP, FTP and Telnet, so these are the plain text services. Okay, like if you send something via HTTP, like whether it could be a login page, if the login page is available via HTTP, the data sent will be in plain format. So if there is any hacker who is sniffing out on the network, then he could definitely find what they are sending. So the people found that really messy, and so they tried to implement the concepts of cryptography. And also guys, in cryptography, as I told you previously, we convert the plain text to the ciphertext with help of some methodologies or with help of some algorithms. Okay, so basically there are two types of cryptographies guys. The first one is symmetric, and the second one is asymmetric. Asymmetric. So what happens in symmetric is we use only one key guys, one key, whether it could be for encryption, or one key whether it could be for decryption. Okay, and there are many n number of algorithms out there for symmetric. So something like let me discuss a basic over that. Don't remember names or things like that. So there is something like every character is assigned with some values. Okay, and so on. Z equals to 26. Okay, so like every character or every alphabet is having a value, and let's think the key is 3, so it's plus 3. So what you need to do is, so if it is A B C, you need to add. So ABC is nothing but 1 2 3, right? 1 2 3. So what you need to do is you need to add plus 3 to everything. So the ciphertext will be something like this: 4 4 plus 2 plus 3 5 and 3 plus 3 6. So if you look into that, so it is like DEF. So by this here you can see that ABC is converted to DEF. Okay, so that's how basic cryptography works. Okay, so this is a basic algorithm, guys, and do let me, and there are n number of algorithms out there in order to encrypt the things, and this is also called as, let me make this a beautiful, let me make this little bit beautiful. This is named as substitutional cryptography or substitutional algorithms. So what you do is you try to substitute something else in the place. Okay, and there is also something like transpositional. So in transpositional, what you do is, so let's take ABC again as a plain text, and you write different ways like ACB, or it could be like BCA, or it could be like DAC. Okay, like, and so on. Okay, so these are all the possibilities. Like in transposition, we try to arrange the characters given there in different format. Okay, and to be frank, a substitutional is little bit more private compared to that of transpositional, and that depends on each case. If you are taking a big ciphertext, then transpositional could also be a transposition, or transpositional could also be a little bit difficult. And since we are only using one key, so it could be easy for one to analyze it and break it. So the one who tries to analyze the ciphertext and who tries to get back the plain text, he is termed as cryptanalyst. So he is nothing but a decryptor, and sometimes hackers are also known as cryptanalysts. Okay, they try to look into the ciphertext. See, ciphertext is the encrypted format, and they try to decrypt it. So if you are familiar, so encryption is the process of converting plain text to ciphertext, but decryption is the process of converting ciphertext to plain text. Okay, I think you got it clear. So what the cryptanalyst do, he gets the ciphertext and he tries to do decryption so that he can get a good plain text. Okay, so that's what a cryptanalyst does. So this is all, guys. So here we have only one key, as I told you previously, and this key should be always private. Okay, like this key shouldn't be shared with anyone. If it is shared with anyone, then that could be a little bit problem for both the parties who are involving in the communication. Okay, so that's the basic about symmetric cryptography, and there are many algorithms out there, and if you want to learn more of them, or if you want to see many more things on my channel, you can do comment below so that I can make videos on them. So from the next time onwards, I'm not gonna discuss this on the notepad. So since this is a basic video, so I'm gonna discuss this on my notepad. Okay, but from the next time I'll write it on board or anywhere else so that you guys can understand it much more clear. So now coming to, so these are basics, guys, regarding the cryptography in symmetric cryptography. And there is one more thing called as asymmetric cryptography, where we use two keys. Okay, so the two keys are public key and private key. Okay, so mainly let's think A wants to send message to B. Okay, so here the A is the sender and the B is the receiver. So who sends the cipher, who creates encryption? So A creates encryption because the sender, since he want to ensure privacy or security, he tries to implement the encryption process, right? Since we are sending, we need to make sure that we are doing encryption. Since B is involving there, he tries to decrypt the data and he tries to extract what we sent. Okay, so let's think the data is like psi. Okay, so A wants to send a data psi to the B. Okay, so what he does is, so A encrypts psi, which is also called as message. Let me give code so that you can understand. Psi with the help of public key of B. Okay, so what happens first is, for encryption here, the sender encrypts the message with the help of the public key of the public key of the sender. So this is what asymmetric cryptography, encryption in asymmetric cryptography is like. So I think you got a little bit of clear like how encryption works. And also guys, here in the both public key and the private key, the public key is available for everyone, like it is available on cloud or anywhere else. You can do find out that. Okay, but private key is maintained privately. Okay, so public key is available for everyone in the network. Since we want to send if I want to send a message to you, then I encrypt the data with the help of your public key. So if I want your public key, it should be public, right? So that's the reason public key as the name terms. And the private key will be only with everyone else, every individual. Okay, and this is encryption guys. Let me give it. So this is encryption guys. And now coming to the decryption, let's think the encrypted format or encrypted message had been sent to B. Okay, so what the B does, so it is also called as decryption. So, and let the message be so let the ciphertext, let's assume guys, okay, let the ciphertext be ZSW. okay, let that be like that. Okay, so what the B should do, the B should decrypt the ciphertext to plain text. Okay, so what it does is B decrypts which is ZSW with the help of private key of B only. Okay, so this is one more gimmick guys. Okay, so what happens here is, so when I got a message from you, I try to decrypt that message with the help of my own private key. Okay, with the help of my own private key. Okay, but whenever you're sending a message to me, you try to encrypt that with the help of my public key. Okay, so if you take a scenario, okay, let's think you send me a message and I got the message. Could anyone decrypt? Suppose it should come to me, but the ciphertext is sent to someone else. So is he able to decrypt that? No, it's not possible, because the message can only be decrypted with the help of only my private key. Okay, I think you got clear. So that's how basic encryption works guys, and there are many more algorithms out there. There are many things like CIA triad, like confidentiality, integrity and availability. There are many more things, and I had been getting questions out there on these kinds of things. What should I read and what should you read? Okay, but if you are really interested, I'll make videos on them. Okay, so this is basic cryptography guys, and I haven't covered much more things. Like there are many algorithms out there, like how you can implement this asymmetric and symmetric. There are many popular algorithms, and if you want to see much more on my channel, you can do comment below, or you can do some interest over there, so that I can make videos on that. Okay, with the help of a paper, or with the help of paper and pen. Okay, so that you can understand much more clear. So that's it guys, that's it regarding basic cryptography. I think you got it clear. Okay, so what happens, so cryptography is really simple. The process of encrypting the process of encryption and decryption is nothing but cryptography, right? I encrypt the data, the sender encrypts the data and sends the data to the source, and the source destination, and the destination tries to decrypt the data. So that's the basic thing guys, that's the basic regarding cryptography. And if you understand that, and if you think in an attacker perspective, then you'll definitely know what's the use of this cryptography, and also how you can try to decrypt those things. Okay, like cracking or things like the cracking, or breaking the ciphertext or things like that. Okay, so let's discuss in coming future all those things. So I hope you like this video guys, and if you want to see something else, or if you want to make some suggestions to these kinds of teaching, so you can do comment below. I hope this is clear for you guys, and really thank you for watching this video. And you can still join my Discord community or anything else, the links are in the description below. And really thank you for watching this video. This is Satvik signing off. I'll see you in the next video.